Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Rivka. This is the first post-game Final Fantasy VI video. We are going to do a little bit of item gathering before we head into the hidden dungeon. We're gonna try this. I don't know if it's gonna work. Well, there are a few things that I'm fairly confident in, but there's one in particular that I mentioned I tried it once before, but I would really like to have a second Magus Rod. So we're gonna do a healing rod here. And we're gonna put Setzer in, and we're gonna hope that he can kill this guy before he dies. We're gonna do this using his fixed dice item, which do random damage. And he has the Master's Scroll equipped. This is the reason we're doing it this way, because Traveler's nasty. Awesome, we got it. I'm a happy person. I think we're going to continue that strategy. The reason we're doing it that way... So we've got Setzer equipped with Paladin Shield, Force Armor, and Red Cap. Give him hit points, a bunch of resistances, 9 vulnerability basically, and then the fixed dice do random damage. The neat part is that because they have a set damage value, instead of going based off of his stats, the Master's Scroll, which lets you do 4 attacks that normally lower the Normally it does 4 attacks at lower value. So I think it's at like half damage. But with the with the fixed dice, that shouldn't, or it does full damage still. Miracle Shoes give him haste, protect, shell, and regen. It's a much better strategy than the one we were using before, I'm pretty sure, but that's okay. Okay, we're gonna do the second one. We're gonna do the Ragnarok Sword, which is the one we stole from the end boss. Gonna see if we can get through this. He gets 4 attacks, so as long as he does enough to finish this thing off, we get the Lightbringer, or the Illumina in the original game, which is by far the best sword in the game. I'm just gonna hover over that real quick. The big thing to look at there, in addition to just the ridiculous amount of attack, it has the same magic buff as the Enhancer did, but it also applies that same buff to strength, speed, and stamina. And it has a 50% boost to evasion and magic evasion. So it's very good. Let's see here. We want... I believe I got a Hypno Crown. Ooh, those are low rolls. Not quite enough to kill. We may be in trouble here. I think fixed dice will still work while he's an imp. He just needs to get hit so he wakes up. And then not miss from the glasses. And that did it. Okay. That gives us a second Royal Crown, which is the item that is exclusive to Edgar and Sabin, so now we have one for each of them, along with the red jacket for each of them. And the other thing I was gonna do... Okay, so there's a... We can't get any more of these, so I was a little hesitant about it, but I've made it pretty clear I'm not using Strago. So I'm gonna go ahead and trade in my Behemoth suit for the Snow Scarf. And we're gonna go ahead and see if he can still win this fight. I just realized I should have actually given him something else first. But hopefully this will be enough to... Yeah, that's enough to kill. This gives us an item called the Snow Scarf. The Snow Scarf is an armor that's normally usable only by Umaro. It's actually the what Umaro technically has equipped. It halves fire damage, absorbs ice damage, and is really good. Just for comparison, let's see. That's the stats on Minerva Bustier. 88 defense, 70 magic defense, 10 magic evasion. Snow Scarf is significantly higher in every category, pretty much. And if you look at who can equip it, it includes Mog. So, that's gonna help a lot. It takes care of one of the issues I was having, which was basically just that Mog is not terribly good. Or Mog is potentially good, but has terrible equipment, is a better way to put that. We're gonna go with the, let's see. Gauntlet. This is gonna be against a Vector Chimera, which I think we should be okay, as long as he rolls decently. And what we're getting out of this one is we're trading our gauntlets, which we've never used, into Thunder Shields, so we can have 4 of them. Which we should only need 3. We'll do that. Then we're going to turn our Crystal Mail into an Ice Shield. My goal here is to get 4 of each. Well, I was thinking about 4 of each shield, but I think we're going to do 3 Ice and 3 Fire. And 3 Thunder. And theoretically that means we can fill in the last slot with the Paladin Shield, if we need to absorb. Because the Paladin Shield absorbs all 3. That was a good roll. Okay. Then, so we've got 3 Thunder, 4 Ice right now, but if you bet an Ice, it can turn into a Fire, and vice versa. You can trade them back and forth. So we're gonna do Ice into Flame. You're supposed to attack things. Okay. So that's part one of my prep done. The second thing is I totally missed an item. So we're gonna go get it. That actually looks pretty good, all things considered. You can notice that was a significant stat boost there, and his defenses actually look relatively good. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and grab Molulu's Charm. I'm not actually gonna fight anything here, I just wanted to see what it looked like. So I missed an item somewhere in here. I don't actually know where. Or I don't remember where, rather. Probably there. Oh! Well, it's a good thing I did the equipment. The item Locke just attacked with is the Ultima weapon that I stole. That's the other thing I got from the boss's hideout. And we got the Tiger Fang, which is Sabin's best weapon in the base game, which I hadn't been using this entire time. I mean, Sabin still does like straight, like max damage anyway, so it's not like it's a huge deal. And I just realized I forgot one of the things I was gonna do, so we're gonna go back up to the Coliseum quick. Then I'm gonna go through and actually... I'm kind of debating. This is supposed to be a really hard dungeon. I've tried it once before, I've never beaten it. I'm not gonna start it this time. This is literally just gonna be a quick kind of preparation video, I guess. Nutkin suit. Turns into Genji armor. So that should give us 3 Genji armors. Make sure I'm thinking of this right. It should give us 3 fire, 3 ice, 3 thunder. 2 red caps, we have 1 equipped. And in fact, you know what? I'm actually gonna go over... I think it's over here. Is there an item shop in here? I can't remember. There might not be. Nope. Yeah, screw it. We're gonna head down here. I'm sure you can't imagine why. Okay, we're gonna pick up 2 more crystal mails. Magus robe. And then we're gonna go through and do a little bit of cleanup. So we should never have to use this again. That's basically what we're gonna do, is get rid of stuff that we're not gonna be using. Gladius, Valiant Knife are both okay. Sakura and Sasuke aren't gonna be used. Shigeki Kagenui might be. I'll keep those weapons. I feel like I should keep these, but I probably don't need to. Crystal Sword can definitely go away. We're gonna get rid of the Partisan. And the Golden Spear. Keep the Holy Lance and the Impartisans. We're gonna get rid of Kazakiri. Murasame. Masamune. Keep those 2. We shouldn't need gravity rods. It's not even worth selling. Chocobo brush. Da Vinci brush. We're gonna keep the other 2. Keep the bone club. The wing edges. Keep the Viper Death Tarot. And get rid of the Burning Fist. You know what? There's no way I'm ever using these. Screw this. I could potentially use, like, some of these other ones here. Blood Sword's probably not gonna get used either, but it's only worth 1. You know what? Screw it. I said I was gonna do that. We're not using it. I've never used it. I have no reason to use it. Okay. Dragonclaw's Tiger Fang, Mithril Shield, Diamond Shield, Crystal Shield, Priest Smiter, Green Beret, Red Cap, Tiger Mask, Tiara, Royal Crown Mystery Veil Cattier, Crystal Helm. Rest are good. Diamond Vest. Ninja Gear. Power Sash. Black Garb. White Dress. Silk Robe. Luminous Robe. Magus Robe. We shouldn't be using any of these. Diamond Armor. We're gonna keep the 2 crystal mails because we're gonna turn them into shields if we feel like it. There's a lot of stuff here too. Mithril Glove is not worth it. Prayer Beads probably aren't going to get used, but that's fine. Jeweled Ring, Berry Ring, Reflect Rings we want. Barrier Ring is the same as the Mithril. It casts Shield, but only when you're already low. Angel Rings you don't need. Memento Ring is good. Princess Ring is like the other two. Protection Shell when critically wounded. The Miracle Shoes we have already do that for free. We'll keep the Knight's Code just in case. That can actually be useful. Never really been using Sprint Shoes. Okay. So it's not everything, but it put a good damper on things. It cut down a lot. We'll keep the Magicite Shards just in case, but we're probably not going to use them. Magicite Shards summon a random Esper from any of them. So it could be, you know, oh hey, you suddenly gain invisibility, and it could be, oh, you just got, you know, just tried to murder the enemies. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna venture up here. I'm kind of being a little indecisive about where I was gonna do a little bit of grinding. But I feel like this is probably the better spot for what I want to do first. That being... you know what? No, we're gonna go back to where we were, because I'm indecisive, as has been indicated. Basically, I want to make sure that I actually have certain spells learned, and that everybody's a little bit higher level. So we're going to unequip everybody. I'm going to check who my low-level characters are, see what spells they know, and we'll go from there. Like Terra as a starting point. If anything, she was in the middle of learning Float, which is can be learned there, and she needs to learn. No, she already has Heistka. You know what? We're gonna give her Crusader. I would like her to know Meteor and Meltdown. Looks like he was learning Holy. Throw him in the middle of learning anything. Well, She may actually be in better shape than I thought. I'm gonna go ahead and give her Miggerzomer. So we're gonna go Lightbringer. Thunder Shield. Mystery Veil. Minerva. I kept both the Radiant Lance and the Holy Lance so that I can equip one on each of them. Mog's getting the Holy Lance because it increases magic the same amount as Radiant Lance. It feels so much better. Okay. We're gonna do... No, we're gonna keep this simple. Then we're gonna miss. Miracle Shoes Growthic across the board. Because it works. And we should be able to wreck this stuff at this point. I'm really not super worried about fighting Cactuars and whatever the other sandworms. And we should actually be... This should do nothing. Yeah. What was I gonna do? Oh. Config. Cursor position, remember. We're gonna try this. I don't normally use this, and I may turn it back off when we're done with the grind, but I figure for the purpose of grinding, it may be faster. Basically, it remembers the last thing you did. I'm pretty sure these guys just have 10,000 hit points straight. So, should just be able to follow up with a second attack really easily. And Valor and Meteor. Still learning Quick, which does Raiden teach it faster? No. Okay. doesn't have a ton, but I think we're actually in pretty good shape on him. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him Belagarmanda to finish this off. I know he doesn't learn anything from it, but at this point, the more important thing is getting that +2 magic when he levels. Unless, you know, we fight peace. Yeah, that's okay. By the way, this is why I did the shield the way I did. I may have to rotate them between parties as we go, but I feel like having... the Hidden Dungeon is a special area where we are going to throughout it have to refight the 8 dragons, and the 8 dragons use elemental magic most of the time. So having a variety of shields that I can use with an entire party, like being able to make my entire party immune to fire or ice or thunder or wind or whatever, will go a long way. Basically what I did, same thing I did with Leviathan. Where you just negate out their elemental strength. I'm not going to do the full grind on camera this time. Just kind of wanted to do a little bit of the demonstration of what I was going to be looking at doing first. There is going to be one other piece to it, which is going back to the dinosaur forest and doing the same thing I was doing before. Okay, I may end up just keeping this remember commands on as long as I don't rush through it too much. So my goal is going to be to get everybody some additional magic, some additional levels, and basically go in prepared. The reason I'm doing the magic in particular is because the enemies within the Dragon's Den don't give AP at all. And I don't have anybody that has certain magic, so I'm trying to kind of get that taken care of. I know Crusader is kind of ridiculous. The other thing I'm going to be able to do... I'm actually... I think I'm just going to leave him on Gilgamesh once again for the stat boosts. Strength is good for Edgar. But yeah, I want to get like a Meltdown on somebody, because Meltdown with Fire Shields equipped is basically free big boosts to hit points. It's basically a healing spell that hurts your enemies if you absorb fire. She doesn't know Ultima. Does he know Ultima? He does. And he probably shouldn't have had the Paladin shield. Does he know Ultima? Yes. Does she know Ultima? Yes. Okay, we got a couple levels. Let's move on to Meltdown Meteor. She may actually be one of the better rounded people that I've got right now. She's missing a few minor spells, but nothing serious. Yes, why not? Terra's learning Ultima off the shield. It has the same learn rate as the Esper. Okay. We're gonna get the rest of these guys all the way up. That should give me what I need to more or less equip everybody. Like I said, I am gonna probably still have to rotate a few things as the parties go through, but I'm gonna try and do as much as I can. This one, the characters are actually less, or the dungeon is a 3-party dungeon, but it's less cut off. Like the paths intersect, and you can like change party members within the dungeon. So my main party is actually going to be led by Mog. So that I can just use the Molulu charm. Realm's gonna get a pretty solid HP boost off this, which is kind of amusing to me. That's not where I wanted to be. Let's do a dose of Meteor. Hey, those guys give reed cloaks. Nice. Okay. So, I'm actually going to end this video here. Like I said, I am going to do a little bit of grinding and just clean up stuff off camera, as it were. Namely because I feel like you guys have seen enough of this, you know how the grind works, and I've burned through most of my major topics that I was given, as the questions people have asked, and while I am perfectly capable of asking for new topics, I find it much more enjoyable to, you know, like, listen to an audiobook while I grind, and I can't do that while I'm playing this at the same time. So, with that, I have been Rafegel. This is Final Fantasy VI. Next time, I will be starting outside Dragon's Den. We'll go through party equipment, and which I've kind of already touched on, but I just want to go through real quick what it actually is, and then we'll head in. Once we go in, every Esper is either going to be something that gives good rewards on level up, or is a good summon. And like I said, we're going to be exploring it mostly with Mog as the leader so that we don't have to do random encounters as much as possible. So, look forward to that. If you are enjoying these, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one.